S&P 500 futures opened around unchanged, cautiously higher for ever so slightly. A lot of news to digest and really anticipation of the BLS report. But we saw like global stock markets basically off overnight. The Shanghai Composite was down due to a poor PMI reading. Also, we saw the Euro Stoxx 50 was down. Same thing, service PMI worse than expected. Also, news flow with regard to the Northeast and the flooding that we're seeing and hearing about, and the cleanup, etc. Also, news flow in COVID. The 7-day average U.S. about a 7.25-month high. Getting after the BLS report came out, really did disappoint. Payrolls were 235,000. They're expecting 733,000. That brings the net revisions for the last 2 months up 134,000. Unemployment rate was right where they thought it would be. Average hourly earnings actually did rise by 0.3 percentage point beyond consensus. Participation rate was unchanged. All this was sifted by the market, and it seems like perhaps it implies that until the employment picture gets better, that perhaps we'll see lower for longer with regards to interest rates. Need to also say that we had two service sector reports, ISM and market, both came out a smidgen below expectations. Now, looking at options and especially volatility, with the E-mini October options, at-the-money volatility actually basically unchanged. When you look at the 35 delta area, especially with the put, skew is ever slightly higher, and then the tails, which would be like the 10 to 15 delta puts and calls, basically that's higher as well on the day. Largest volume, not a whole lot out there, a little bit below average given the pre-holiday, but in October, the 45.50 call, biggest volume leader, followed by the 45.40 call. On the put side, the biggest volume, 39.60 put, followed by the 4100 put.